Hello everyone, in today's tutorial we are going to look at how to design restaurant banner in Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so let's get into Photoshop. Alright, so let's go to file, select new, and then our width for today's design is 40 inches and our height is 30 inches. Our resolution is 50 pixel per inches and our color mode is CMYK color, and then hit on OK. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to add a gradient color to the background. Okay, so let's come here and double click on that, and then hold and drag that to this layer and click on that. Okay, now come to your FX and select blending options. Now open your gradient overlay and then open this. Now come to your text and let's copy this color code, Ctrl C to copy that, and then Ctrl V to paste and hit on OK. Now let's go back and copy the second color code, Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste, then hit on OK, hit on OK. Okay, so I want to add this to my gradient, so I'll just hit on new and that will appear here for me, then I'll hit on OK. Okay, so the next thing that I'll do is I'll reverse this color. Okay, so I'll come to this place, reverse, and I'll hit on reverse, then I'll hit on OK, like that. The next thing that I want to do is I want to add a reflection on top of this. So what I'll do is that I'll come here and select create new layer, and I'll create a new layer on top of this, and I'll come and pick my brush tool and I'll open it to a preferred size of my choice. Okay, and the preferred sizes that I want to use is this. Okay, and then the color code for the color over here is FF987F. okay, and that will be made available in the source files. Okay, so you get them at the description. A link will be provided over there for you to download them and use. Okay, so I'll hit over here, I'll hit here severally, okay, just to get my reflection like this. Okay, and that is okay for me. So this is what I want. All right, then so that is the reflection over there. So the next thing that I will do is that I'll go to my shape tool like this and pick my shape tool, and I will come here and make a shape like this at the down part, and I'll change the color for that to, let me open my color from here and change that to white, and then hit on OK. All right, and that is cool over there. All right, so the next thing that I want us to do is that we will start bringing some images on top of the shape. So let's go to file and let's go to place, and let's bring in the first image or the first picture, and that is this. Okay, then let's open this up like this. Okay, now right click on that and select right layer and pick your magic wand tool from here. If yours is not there, just check here and pick it. Okay, then let's remove the white part of the image, so hit on backspace key to delete that, then Ctrl D to deselect the selections like that. Okay, so let's open this up a little bit, open this up a little bit like this. Now we can then position this, okay, so something like that. All right, the next thing that I want us to do is, let me go back to my file and let me go to place, and let me bring in this, open this up, open it up like that, then right click on that and select rasterize layer, pick your magic wand tool and let's remove the background, hit on backspace key As you select, you hit on backspace key, then Ctrl D to deselect. Now let me add a layer mask to these drinks, and then pick my brush tool, close the size a little bit using the curly brackets on your keyboard. You can use the two, one is for increasing and one is for decreasing. So I want to clean out this part. Okay, so I'll position that neatly over here like this. Okay, then let me open it to be in line with this like that. Then I'll go to, let me select this, and then using your control key select all of that, and then Ctrl G, and let's group that and name that background. Okay, all right, now let me select this and bring it down a little bit to something like that. Okay, then let me increase that, the brightness a little bit. So you pick your brightness from here. Okay, then let's increase the brightness a little bit to something like that. Get something like this. Okay, then let's go and pick my curve. Okay, then let me lock here so that the effect will only apply to this picture alone. Okay, then let me increase that to something like that. Okay, I think this is cool. It's cool by me. Okay, then let me select this, pick my brush tool again, then let me increase the size of the brush, then let me wipe off this very okay. Okay, so guys, that is it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do me a favor by subscribing to the channel. All right, so what I'll do next is that I am going to add my food samples that we have in stock. Okay, so I'll then go to my shape tool and I'll pick ellipse tool like this. Okay, let me ensure that none of this layer is selected because I'm going to hold down shift. Okay, so when you hold down shift and like any of this is selected, the image that you draw will be added to that image. Okay, so ensure that none of the layer over here is selected. Okay, so now let me draw my ellipse over here like that. That is one. Then let me position that at this place like this. Okay, then what I'll do next is I'll duplicate this, Ctrl J, and then let me drag down the duplicated one to somewhere here, then Ctrl J again, and let me drag down that, then let me close that one, and let me bring it down like this. Same to this one too. Let me close it a little bit and then bring it on top to get something like that. Okay, all right, so that is it. But let me go back to my shape, my source files, and place this big head. Okay, so then right click on that and rasterize this layer. Pick your magic wand tool and let's hit on backspace key to deselect that, Ctrl D to deselect, and then let's close it down and let's bring that over here, position it over here like this. Okay, all right, so that is it over there. Okay, I think that is looking perfect over there. So the next thing that I'll do is that I'll select this shape, go to my file, go to place, and I'll bring in this specially made foot, and I'll place that. Now bring it on top of the shape like that, and then hold down Shift and Alt and drag this in, or to minimize that a little bit. Okay, then right click on that and select create clipping mask, so that you get something like this. All right, so the next thing is select this shape again, go to file and go to place, and let's bring in this jollof. Open that out. Okay, then right click on that and select create clipping mask. Okay, all right, so we get something like that over there. Now the next thing is select this shape as well, go to your file and let's place in this foot and bring that over here, close that a little bit, close it up again. Okay, then right click on that and select create clipping mask. Let's close it up a little bit. Okay, so that we'll get something like this. The next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to add a little effect to the shapes, the ellipse. Okay, so come to FX and go to blending options, and let's add a stroke to that. So the stroke we are going to add, we are going to pick it from the materials that we are using from here. So let's pick this color. Okay, now increase the stroke size to 8, and let's see, that is good over there. Hit on OK. Okay, so after that one has been created, what we do is that you are going to hold down Alt and drag the FX and bring it on top of this and leave your hand from Alt. Okay, now hold down Alt again and drag the FX and bring that effect on top of that. Okay, so that effect will create automatically for you over there. All right, I think that is looking good over there. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to pick our type tool like that. Pick your type tool like that. Okay, so after our type tool has been picked for you, let's go to our fonts and let's change the font to Lato. I'll be making available all these fonts at the description, so kindly check there to download the fonts. Okay, so let's change that to black, and then the color, let's change it to white. color to white and hit on OK. Let's increase the size a little bit. Let's increase it again. Okay, go to your text and let's copy the business name, and that is King's Pub. Ctrl C and let's copy that, then Ctrl V and let's paste that over here. Now let's open this up a little bit like this. All right, then let's bring it to this level, then Ctrl A and let's make a selection like this around this, and let's center it properly. Okay, now Ctrl D to deselect that. All right, let's open our character box and then let's make here 100% the height. Okay, I think that is looking perfect over there. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to add a little effect to this. So let's go to FX and let's go to drop shadow and let's increase the distance a little bit to 8. Our spread, let's put it on 6, and our size, let's take that to 10, as I think 10 is too much, so 8 will be good. Let me make the spread to 8. Okay, all right, so that is looking good over there. Then let's go and give a little stroke to that as well. So the stroke, let's pick a color from here like that and hit on OK, and let's send that to 5. I think that is cool, and from there I think that is looking perfect. Then let's add a little bevel and a cross. Okay, and that is good. Hit on OK. Alright, so the next thing that I want us to do is let me decrease this one a little. Let me bring it down a little bit like this. Okay, then from there let me pick my type tool again, and I'm going to copy another text, and that is the slogan. So from here I'll come and pick the slogan, Ctrl C and let me copy that, and then Ctrl V and let me paste the slogan here. So let me bring the slogan down. Okay, let me bring this one down again. Okay, I think that is good over there. Then Ctrl A and let's center that. Ctrl D to deselect. Okay, then let's go to, let's right click on that and select blending options. Okay, now go to your stroke and let's give out a little stroke to that one too. So we are going to pick a stroke similar to that. Okay, so we'll get something like that. So we'll reduce the stroke size to 2, and then we are going to drop a shadow for that one too. So let me increase the stroke size to the drop shadow to 10, and here to 10, and here to 10. I think this is let me play around the size, the distance to 6, and then the spread, let me put it around 5. I think that is cool. Then hit on OK. Let's bring this to this. Okay, I think that is looking good over there. Okay, all right, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add our services. So pick your type, your shape tool, go to your shape tool and let's pick rounded rectangle, and let's make a shape like this on top like that. Now change the color for that to white, and then let's ensure that this is not selected because we are going to pick our line tool. Okay, so let's go to our shape again and let's pick line tool. Now hold down shift and let's make a straight line like this to this level, to this very level. Okay, now let's increase the size for that. From here, come to the top here and let's increase the size for that. Okay, let's increase it one more time again. Okay, now let's change the fill color to white. If yours is not here, just open here and change it from here, then hit on OK. Now what you are going to do now is select these two shapes like this, and then pick your move tool. Let them be selected before you pick the move tool, then center the two and then center them. Okay, and that is looking good. For me, it's looking good, so it's looking good over there. So let's move this to the top part a little bit. Okay, then let's open them up a little. And hit on OK. Pick your type tool again. Okay, and let's type here, go to your text and let's copy this. Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste. And the font I'm using throughout is Lato, and that font will be made available in the description, so you check that out and then you download the font and use as the tutorials continue. Okay, so let's go to my text and let me change the color to black, and now let's hit on OK. Hit on OK. So we are into OK. I think this is good over there. Ctrl J and let's duplicate that. Bring that down like this. Highlight that, and let's go to our text and let's copy all of this. Copy this. Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V, and let's paste all of that. Open your character box and let's open the pasting from here. All right, so let me position that over, all of that over here. Let's open this again so that I can change the color to white like that. Okay, then Ctrl J to duplicate, and let me duplicate that to this level. Okay, then let me select all of this again, go back to my text and let me copy all of this. Ctrl C and Ctrl V to paste that. Okay, so that is it. Let me position all of this to this level. And let me extend this one out a little bit. Alright, so I think this is looking perfect over there. Now the next thing that I want us to do is, let me select this we are into in the shapes all and duplicate that. Ctrl J to duplicate, and let's bring the duplicated one down to this place like this. Alright, so that is it. Then pick your type tool and let's select all and let's type there working hours. Okay, now close up this. Okay, pick your type tool and let's type here Monday. That should be Monday to Saturday. Okay, And let me bring that to this end like this. Let me open my character box and change the color from black to white. Okay, this time I want to use another color to okay, okay, then let me go to my FX and then let me add a stroke to that, the white stroke. Okay, then I'll hit on OK, hit on OK, and that is it over there. Now what I'll do next is I'll duplicate this, Ctrl J, and let me drag the duplicated one down, and then the time, then your curly bracket to come, and the time of opening from 8 o'clock, that's 8 o'clock AM to 10 o'clock PM. All right. Okay, so guys, that is it. And then we are left with one more thing to do. Pick your type tool and let's come here, go to your text, and let's copy first our location, Ctrl C to copy that, and then Ctrl V to paste. Bring this to this place and position it here like this. Okay, Ctrl J to duplicate that and drag that to this end like this. Now go to your text and let's copy the telephone number, Ctrl C to copy, and Ctrl V to paste. Okay, all right. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'll go to my file again. Let me go to place and let me bring in the location icon. And hold down Shift and Alt and close this up a little bit like this. Okay, now go back to your file and go to place, and let's bring in the call logo. Hold down Shift and Alt and close this. Like that. Now drag that down using your down arrow keys. Okay, and that is it over there. So the next thing that I want us to do is we have to do some few things to bring this design to an end. So let's go to our shape tool and let's pick our rectangle tool like that, and then make a shape like this over here. Now change the size, the color to white, and then let's go to the opacity and reduce the opacity for that. Let's bring the opacity to 40% and hit on OK. Now what are we going to do? Duplicate this shape and drag the duplicated one to this end. Duplicate that again. Duplicate that again as well. Okay, so that we'll get something like this. So select the 4 shape, holding down Shift and select the 4 like that. Then Control E, and let's merge the 4 shape. Okay, now let's duplicate this again. Control J to duplicate that. Now bring the duplicated one down like this. Now go to edit, go to transform, and let's go to flip horizontal. Let's go back to edit, go to transform, and let's rotate this 90 degrees. Okay, now let's bring this down to this level like that, so that we'll get something like this. Alright, so guys, that is the design for us. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel for more videos to come your way. Alright, so let me do a little adjustment to the peak head. So let me go to my curves and let me close this so that the effect will apply to only the peak head. Okay, so let me give it a curve. Let me give it a curve to make it blend with the rest of the work. Okay, I think this one is cool. Okay, alright, so that is it for us, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos to come your way. See you in my next video. Bye bye.